Да-да, придется опять пройтись со всеми поболтать.
Commander Shepard, something you need to talk about?
What's our state of readiness, Admiral?
I won't lie, Shepard. We're bogged down. Things aren't looking good in most sectors. We need to increase the tempo and chalk up some wins, otherwise this won't end well for the human race. Or any race.
What about the extra help we've picked up along the way?
The Krogan and Turians have obviously been a big help. Erdnot Rex running the show is a bonus for us. And that female Krogan you rescued is rallying more support from the other clans. I'm glad you disabled that bomb in Tachanka. We could have lost a lot of Krogan support as it is. We picked up some Turian troops.
Good to hear. How about the Solarians?
Interesting wrinkle. We've been getting back channel commitments from the strike teams within
Ребята
STG.
Керахи.
They're
Майора
promising
Керахи.
to back us.
Even after I cured the genophage?
Our intel suggests there are cracks developing between the military and the politicians. These STG guys know the score. They're not going to jeopardize the entire Solarian Union just because some Delatras didn't get her way.
What about the Rachni?
I wouldn't have believed it, but the Rachni are helping us build the Crucible.
You're kidding.
Turns out they have a knack for weapons of mass destruction. In hindsight, I guess they'd know a thing or two about waging a galactic war.
No problems with them then?
Other than scaring the hell out of our engineers, no. Not a lot of small talk going on there.
What about Arya's mercenaries?
Arya T'Lok, there's someone I never thought we'd be in bed with. The Blood Pack will be useful and violent. Mostly Vorcha, I hear. The Eclipse are providing troops and mechs. When we find a Reaper soft spot, they'll help us hit it. Don't want to know how you got Arya's cooperation.
Синие
but
светилы,
whatever you
ну,
did, it was
поработаем.
worth it.
И синие светилы тоже будут.
Do you know how the other races are doing against the Reapers?
Believe it or not, the Turians and Krogan actually seem to be getting along. Erdnot Rex has deployed troops, and they're giving the Reapers a moment of pause. The Solarians are still hanging on to Sirkesh, but the Reapers are starting to breathe down their necks, too.
What about the Asari?
They have to be feeling the heat. The Reapers are moving fast with the obvious intent of taking Thessia. Interestingly, the Reapers are leaving Parnak alone. It's the Yogg homeworld.
Can't say that I blame them. Yogg have teeth.
Well, if we lose this war, it might be them running the next cycle. It's easy to
Ну вот
forget the
именно.
Reapers don't destroy every
Они считать, в
species.
их мнении недостаточно
Just the ones who
развиты.
can threaten them. Any word on the Volus and Elcor?
The Turians and the Krogan sent forces to the Volus homeworld, Irun. It might not be enough, but at least they've got Reaper forces bogged down in a nasty ground war. As for Elcor, they're still in the fight, though our projections show the Reapers encroaching on their territory soon.
Ходячие танки сдаются.
What happened to the
Фигово. Ну,
Batarians?
точнее, не сдаются, а сдают
Never
позиции.
stood a chance, hit by the Reapers straight out of the gate. And without any allies to call on, I think the Batarians are history.
Have we heard anything from the Quarians or Geth?
Something might be brewing near the Geth border, but our intel is sketchy. News is getting harder to come by as things get worse.
Nothing more, sir.
Keep me posted. Hack it out.
Ну вот и поговорили. Бабосики. Так. Пусто-пусто. Все разъехались по своим делам. Однако.
Bethany, you see the vids of the Maw taking down the Reaper? Man, I wish I could have been there.
I'm just glad the diplomats are off the ship. A Krogan and a Turian in the same room is a fight waiting to happen.
Ну, драки-то не было, что ты уж начинаешь нагонять.
Commander, Admiral Hackett has requested your help with a Cerberus fighter base on Noveria.
Наверие.
The Turians have given us top-level access to their combat data. Their ships are already moving in to help the Alliance fleet. You actually secured a Krogan-Turian alliance. It's one thing to hear about Commander Shepard. It's another to see him in action.
Ну,
Commander?
вроде бы прогнозируется, что будет неплохо. Я так понимаю, Кроганы уже вовсю сражаются на половине. Опа.
All right, my turn. What's the first order an Alliance commander gives at the start of combat?
I give up.
Correct.
All right, big guy. What do you call it when a Turian gets killed by a horrible spiky monster?
A friendly fire. Come on, that one goes back to Shang-Chi.
How you gotta respect the classics?
How many humans does it take to activate a dormant mass relay?
602. 600 to vote on it, 1 to ask the Asari for technical help, and 1 to request a seat on the council afterward. How do you know when a Turian's out of ammo?
He switches to the stick up his ass as a backup weapon. Why does the Alliance hire pilots with brittle bone disease?
You're shitting me. The Turian military has one about me?
Oh, absolutely. I heard it myself from a private back on Palaven.
All right, why does the Alliance hire pilots with brittle bone disease?
So their Marines can beat someone in hand-to-hand drills.
Damn, you need to tell James that one. Hey, what's the hardest part about treating a Turian who took a rocket to one side of his face?
Figuring out which side took the rocket.
Нормально вы тут, конечно, устроились. О, Сузи ушла куда-то.
Never thought I'd see the Krogan and the Turians team up. Even the Reapers have to be a little nervous about pissing them off.
I'd say more than a little.
I'm sorry about Morden.
He was a good man.
Yeah, he was always running those tests. And one time he tagged me in the middle of the night to ask how many livers humans had. And this bump on my elbow? He said it was just a mild bone deformation, but I'm pretty sure he stuck a probe in there.
Glad it was just your elbow.
I always thought he was crazy. Useful, but crazy. Then he gives up his own life.
To save the Krogan. Doesn't do much to disprove the crazy theory, huh?
I guess not. But he was one of ours.
So now that we got the Krogan and the Turians, what now?
The Krogan help us turn the tide on Palaven. They can shoot at something useful for a change.
Dig till we hit daylight, huh? Works for me.
So how does it feel knowing Krogan will be singing songs about you until the end of time? I think it would be an honor.
Если вы вдруг где-то слышите мне какой-то странный звук, я просто живу недалеко от площади, и там проходит мероприятие. Я пока это не могу посмотреть, это уже на записи посмотрю, но так, на всякий случай предупреждаю.
There's enough misery in this universe. It's nice to see something go right for a change.
Can't say I've ever really witnessed history in the making like this. Well, except for Sovereign attacking the Citadel, and then there was the Collector base, but this one felt good. And let's hope Rex keeps running the show on Tuchanka. Maybe we should hire a food taster for him.
Я думаю, яд его не так просто убьет.
Someone like that brother of his Reeve took over.
It could happen.
I know, it's a chance we have to take, but I have to say, if it wasn't my own world that needed the help, I might have taken that Solarian deal.
I could never bring myself to do that, no matter what I was offered.
I admire your restraint, Shepard. It's nice when we can save the galaxy without destroying another race along the way.
Let's hope our luck holds.
Че, вы закончили общаться?
Commander?
I wonder where all the Krogan will live now. I've never seen what you'd call a house on Tuchanka.
Кстати, да. А где они спят все это время? Даже второй части, когда был на Tuchanке, как-то внимания не обратил, что у них как бы там особо-то негде спать. Где они живут? Просто вот в этих типа убежищах под землей, что ли? Так, на полу? Ну, в принципе, я не думаю, что они там сильно... Я тебя понял. Сильно уж требовательные к чему-то, но все-таки. О, Далатреса Линран. Капитан, я крайне разочарован вашими действиями на Тучанке. Я, как мне казалось, вполне наглядно объяснила вам, что исцеление генофага в долгосрочной перспективе возымеет свои последствия. После победы над жнецами наши объединенные войска будут настолько истощены, что ни одна раса в галактике не сможет сдержать возрождающуюся популяцию кроганов. Более того, кроганы без сомнения захотят отомстить за генофаг, и в числе первых их целей окажется Славянский союз. И когда этот день настанет, капитан, кровь моего народа будет на ваших руках. Я тоже с огромным огорчением узнала, что, выполняя ваши приказы, пожертвовал жизнью наш ученый. Это черный день не только для моего народа, но и для всей галактической цивилизации. Я думаю, к тому моменту, если вдруг это произойдет, Шепарду будет сугубо пофигу, потому что он уже в мир иной это идет. Дети, Урна Трекс. Шепард, Я с радостью снова примусь делать детей. Очень важная для меня информация, спасибо, Рекс. Скажем так, когда война окончится, я сделаю все, чтобы пополнить популяцию кроганов. Ты нам очень помог. Я горд, что могу называть тебя своим другом. Ева сейчас в Кельфийской долине. Призывает на помощь воинов из других кланов и разносит повсюду вести. Она станет отличным лидером. Многим мужчинам не нравится, что я делюсь с ней властью. Ну, тем хуже для них. Решать-то мне. А сейчас мы будем спасать турианцев. Они, кажется, уже забыли, как держать в руках оружие. Впечатляющая работа. Генерал Коринфус. Капитан Шепард. Когда мы впервые прибыли на Миная, я не мог понять, как вы сможете помочь нам бороться со жнецами, забрав у нас одного из лучших генералов. Но теперь, когда я вижу, как истребители турианцев и кроганов совместно атакуют эсминец жнецов, я должен признаться впечатлен. Вы заключили союз, который многие считали невозможным. Возможно, Палавен все-таки будет спасен. С большим уважением, генерал Коринфус, командование Миная. Еще деремся. Шаала. Уважаемый капитан Шепард. Не знаю, видели вы новости, но на всякий случай извещу, что жители Надежды Чу снова взялись за оружие. И в этот раз мы сражаемся со жнецами, а не с гетами. Не знаю, помните ли вы меня? Вы помогли мне на Илиуме с медицинской проблемой. Трианин мертв, я могу это подтвердить. Но в наших телах остаются споры, и мы в какой-то степени до сих пор соединены. Это вовсе не обязательно плохо. Сражаясь со жнецами, мы ощущаем себя единым целым, чувствуем друг друга и действуем как общий разум, не обращая, если того требуется, дела внимания на боль. Я уверена, что до сих пор одурманена. Я помню, как голос властелина звучал в моей голове, когда я, как рабыня, охотно повиновалась Торианину. Но моя связь с жителями Надежды Чу все же сильнее. Она заглушает голос жнецов. В сложившейся ситуации довольно тревожно. Возможно, колонистам следует разорвать эту связь ради же их безопасности. Но единый разум помогает необученным солдатам воевать, словно ветеранам-десантникам. Наш отряд силен. Я не забыл, как помогли нам и пощадили меня. Скоро мы покидаем Ферос, и когда придет время, мы будем сражаться вместе с вами. Шаала. Оповещение НЦАС. Новость от Жнец. Автоматическая рассылка. Ферос, группа колонистов на Феросе организовала оборону против наступающих сил жнецов и удерживала их достаточно долго, чтобы мирное население из ближайших колоний успело эвакуироваться. Неформальное ополчение Надежды Чу, которое, как утверждается, пережило нападение гетов несколько лет назад, пресекло первые попытки жнецов высадиться на планете, проявив при этом умения и сноровку, характерные скорее для опытных бойцов. Колонии пользуются в боях как импровизированным оружием, так и боеприпасами, добытыми в заброшенном здании Эксогене. «Эта колония наш дом», — сказала ее представитель Элизабет Бейман. «Мы переживали и худшие бои, мы знаем, как сражаться вместе». Ожидается, что колонисты успеют провести полную эвакуацию до того, как на колонии прибудут новые войска жнецов. Мой проект. Лиара. Шепард, я над кое-чем работаю и хотел показать это тебе. Можно поговорить в твоей каюте, когда у тебя будет свободное время. Лиара. Как много сразу всего навалилось. Давайте поговорим в моей каюте.
Liara, you had something you wanted to discuss in my cabin?
Yes, I'll be right up.
Давай.
Come on in.
Thank you. Could we sit? I've been thinking about the knowledge we gathered on the Reapers, and how easily it could be lost again. So, I put a plan in motion to preserve things for the future.
What's this?
A record of the galaxy. Information on the Reapers, relays, different cultures, and blueprints of the Crucible. But there's one entry I wanted your opinion on.
Which one?
Your own.
В смысле, чё я? А это чё?
I'd be honored to have your input. How would you like history to remember you?
50,000 years is a long time for a computer to sit around.
Please, I was an archaeologist. I know what I'm doing. I'm encasing these records in time capsules and seeding copies on multiple planets. And while it's not foolproof, the VI I'm installing has every translation and linguistics program I could find.
So it's an information guide like Vigil on Ilos?
Yes, I've been preparing it for some time.
And it will be a privilege to guide the future discoverers of these records. Have you decided what you would like Dr. Tassoni to write in your entry, Commander?
You know me well enough to fill in the blanks, Liara.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I'd like it to be your call.
I'll start by saying Commander Shepard was born on Earth and fought harder than anyone else for his homeworld. Shepard could handle any weapon in the galaxy. The Alliance never saw a deadlier soldier. He was a soldier and a leader, one who made peace where he could. And it was a privilege to know him.
Careful, this doesn't sound like a diary.
I can't help myself. You're a good friend, Shepard.
Сыграли там, друзья.
You've been there for me too, Liara.
No, I haven't. I wish I could have joined you back on Ilium.
You made up for it.
Well, I suppose I did just write your name in the stars.
Я думал, он даст еще типа голос самого Шепарда записать для, так сказать, будущих поколений. Ну, да ладно. Так тоже неплохо. Тут ничего. Тут никто не прячется. А тут? Ну да, в баре же терпеть нельзя. Сфига ли тут чему-то быть. Док, как ваши дела? Ничего не хочет мне сказать. Ну и ладно. Опа. Ты чё это тут одна?
What are you up to now?
I'm uploading data on the destroyed Reaper to the Turians. They are investigating possible Reaper structural weakness. Our data says Reaper capital ships such as Sovereign are of unique design. However, smaller Reaper destroyers bear similarities.
That one was small?
Relatively, yes. Ground attack ships are only 160 meters in height. Sovereign was approximately 2 kilometers.
Well, keep talking to the Turians. If there's a chink in the Reaper's armor, we all need to know it.
Но одно мы знаем точно. Жнецы и эсминцы не могут противостоять большой, длинной и большому длинному молотильщику. Хотел сказать червю, но все-таки это несколько оскорбительно будет к молотильщику.
Hello, Shepard. Hello, Shepard.
Странно, почему он это делает именно здесь. Просто стоит посреди блока своих же систем. И все. Хотя, в принципе, на машина ей нормально.
The Reaper destroyed by the Thresher Maw appears to be completely inert, Doctor. We would need to send in teams to be sure.
Out of the question. Tell the Krogan to stay away.
Ну да. Хотя, мне кажется, вроде как его должно было все-таки там разнести к хренам. Но вполне может быть, что он еще живой, как и тот жнец, который висел на орбите во второй части. Хотя не думаю, что у него прям настолько сильное влияние, ну, у маленького-то жнеца, у эсминца, чем у настоящего типа властелин.
The genophage cured. The Krogan have no reason to hold back now, do they? Rex knows what he's doing, but can he keep the Krogan in check? Or will this be the start of another Krogan empire?
Все может быть.
Eve's organizing the female Krogan. She reminds me of some of the more formidable matriarchs I've known.
Ну, по сути, может, так и есть.
Not like they did after the rebellions. We'll have to get used to them having a bigger part in the galaxy. I hope the Krogan live up to their ancient legacy, and for the better. Perhaps we can talk later.
Давай. Текущее, я, в принципе, у тебя все спросил. Что хотел. Так, что-то надо было там... Ну ладно, сначала, как обычно, по всем пробежимся.
This beats the hell out of reporting on the Milgram City Council.
I don't think I've heard of Milgram. Which planet is that again?
Beckenstein. It's right next door to the Citadel. I'm a colony kid. Commander, got a minute?
What do you want to know?
You've just implemented a cure for the genophage. Millions of Krogan will start fighting the Reapers.
Есть такое.
What do you say to people who think humanity is starting another Rachni war and Krogan rebellions?
It's easy to remember the worst of Krogan history, but you also need to remember the best.
Meaning?
The Krogan were heroes once, and they want to be heroes again. We're giving them that chance.
Are you aware that Clan Urdnot is already petitioning the Council for an embassy and rights to a colony world?
The Krogan are coming to the aid of a Council homeworld. That's more than a lot of species can say. I helped them get the genophage cure. Anything more is between the Council and the Krogan.
There it is, straight from Commander Shepard. Until tomorrow, this is Diana Allers. Good night and stay strong. Okay, I'll cut that together with the rest of the segment and send it to Command for approval. Commander.
Ну, немножко получил от Кроганов поддержки.
You mean Sophie? I think she's cute.
What purpose does she serve?
I guess I have a soft spot for worthless dogs. Look how long I've been with you.
Вот это сейчас прям был, мне кажется, удар ниже пояса. По поводу бесполезных собак и инженера Доннелли. По-моему, прям чрезвычайно. Ну.
Daniels, Donnelly, Edie and I have been brainstorming and comparing notes.
You see, the venting occurs when
Тали только не хватает для этого штурма. Она тоже хорошо с Нормандией знакома.
What Kenneth means to say is that we're pretty sure we can make the system safer.
We just need a GX-12 thermal pipe. Unfortunately, we're cut off from Alliance supply chains. Could you keep an eye out for one the next time you're on the Citadel, Commander? I've got the specs right here.
Are these modifications really necessary?
It's a safety issue, not exactly critical. Under extreme conditions, like heavy bombardment to the kinetic barriers while traveling at peak flight speeds, plasma can vent into this compartment.
It would vaporize anyone standing in this room.
That sounds more serious than just a safety issue.
Ну да.
Well, under those conditions, odds are you're about to lose the entire ship anyway.
But we want every advantage we can get, right?
I'll look for one next time we go to the Citadel.
Thanks, Commander.
Ну да. Будет очень неприятно, если здесь все испарятся.
Commander.
You settling in, Javik?
I believe some of the crew wishes to be my friend. That is not my purpose here. Also, I find I need to wash my hands. The residue of the ship is strong.
Привыкай.
How so?
I have been exploring. There are traces of those who lived on the Normandy before. I detected a human female. Her genetic structure was unnatural, as if artificially created.
Sounds like Miranda.
And a drill. There was illness in him.
Да, может с ним на Цитадели познакомиться.
Krogan who lived in these quarters. He was undergoing a metamorphosis. His memories were confused, not organic to his mind. There was great confusion and turmoil.
I still can't wrap my head around that. Reading information like you do.
Он хочет сказать, что типа у них были стерильно чистые корабли, которые ничего не оставляли, никаких следов.
Our scientists believed it was the only force in the galaxy that mattered. They called it the cosmic imperative. The strong flourished, the weak perished. The governments of your cycle seem concerned with ensuring the survival of all.
Was this imperative just your scientist's opinion? Or did they prove something we don't know?
The universe had already proven it. They only had to look around.
And saw what exactly?
Extinction is the rule of law in the cosmos, the natural order of things. The weakest species are doomed.
It's the duty of the strong to protect the weak. Otherwise, we'd have anarchy.
But those who had nothing to offer would be eliminated.
So conflict should be a way of life?
Evolution demands it. The strong grow stronger by dominating the weak. It is for the greater good of all. Though I do not think your Asari approves of my beliefs.
Liara? I think she just had a different idea about what Protheans were like.
We are all a product of our time. Had I been born in this cycle, perhaps I would be the noble scholar she wishes me to be.
You think you'd like that? It's a whole different line of work.
I wouldn't know. Living a life of constant war. Taking life in every battle.
I see how it could be tough to see outside the box.
It is the only box I have known. It shapes me, as stone is shaped by the one who carves it. The stone has no choice in the form it will take. You and I, Commander. War is our sculptor, and we are prisoners to its design.
Maybe not much longer. We win this, and we'll both be set free.
You have killed a Reaper. I would like to have seen it.
А, ну да.
There will be more.
Ну да.
Plenty more.
Yes, a difficult fight remains. I have heard about the offer the Solarians made. I would have accepted it, and not told the Krogan. Morality and friendship do not matter now. Your allies are simply resources to use against the Reapers.
Надо было, что-то не подумал, надо было его с собой взять. Он же тут, типа, у нас голос мести. Умершего народа, погибшего. Надо было с собой взять, он такой, типа, да, женец, на тебе, сука, я тебя... Ну, не я тебя, но ты погиб, я-то видел. Слышал мой голос, вся фигня.
If the Krogan seek retribution for the past, do not waste time on sterility plagues. Destroy them where they stand. In the meantime, they are useful cannon fodder against the Reapers. Do not care what others think. Do what you must. Do not care what others
понятно.
think.
Сначала выразил свое мнение, а потом такой, да, типа, не обращай внимания, делай как хочешь. Это он опять варит.
Good to see you, Commander.
Понятно. Варщик. Сварщик.
You think that cure they dispersed could do anything to us? We're not going to start growing scales or anything, right? Maybe now that we have the Krogan on board, we can go back to fighting the Reapers. I was looking at the specs on that Reaper you took out on Tachanka. That was one of the small ones? Don't get me wrong, it's still dead, but damn. There was nothing small about it. Do you hear that hum? Is that just me? Do you hear that hum? Is that just me?
Слушай, если ты слышишь гул, это ничего хорошего не несет. Тебя, может, уже отдурманили где-то. Ладно, я думаю, там, скорее всего, на цитадели, если рванем, опять будет много разговоров, поэтому слетаем на одну, может, на пару миссий повоевать, чтобы как-то разбавить. Либо же на миссию и потом сквозанем сразу на дополнительное задание. Ну, не дополнительное задание, задание из ДЛС. Сейчас разберемся.